I used to watch Young Pharaoh years ago. Young Pharaoh was probably the first spiritual content creator before content creation was even a thing. Young Pharaoh was ahead of his time, and to see what's happened to him, it's just disturbing. And why I wanted to make a video or go live is just because yesterday we went on live together and we were discussing the pitfalls of fame. I was sharing how, do you even truly want fame? Or has your consciousness been hijacked? And seeing the video with young Pharaoh, it makes me think even more about energy hijacking. It makes me think even more about the pitfalls of fame, because so many people in the comments are saying how they got him because he was really waking up a large number of people. Like, I tried to look for some Pharaoh videos from back in the day and I can't really find any. But Pharaoh, young Pharaoh, he was touching millions of people. And to see the difference in messaging from back in the day to now, it's crazy. Like, young Pharaoh's last video was him creating cheetah nails. Now, we have to be very careful when we start to talk about gender, because a lot of people talking about young Pharaoh, I would say you're homophobic. Let's be real. And in our community, the black community, homophobia is a thing, and you can actually trace it historically to, so I'm half Jamaican, for example. You can trace it to how homophobia was put into us by colonizers, slave masters, and trigger warning, but slave masters used to force black people, black men, to have sex with other black men. Slave masters would rape black men and force the whole family to watch. So this is why homophobia in a Jamaican context is historical. So going back to young Pharaoh, a lot of the comments about him creating cheetah nails, you can see the homophobia. But that's not what really irks my spirit. That's not really troubles me. It's the fact that the young Pharaoh, who back in the day was so conscious, if he was doing his nails, and if that was the same young Pharaoh, this young Pharaoh would probably be telling you guys about how so many deities from the past in ancient Egypt and these ancient civilizations were very androgynous. They didn't have gender. They didn't have this concrete gender binary, hieroglyphs. We're talking about young Pharaoh. Let me know if you guys know about young Pharaoh. But yeah, the young Pharaoh back then would have been saying, listen, cool, I'm doing my nails, but, you know, educating us about gender, educating us about the binaries of gender, educating us about all the gods that were androgynous. This young Pharaoh is a repeat of a lot of things we're seeing when young black men entered the spotlight and suddenly they become very effeminate. And again, I don't want to come across as being homophobic or transphobic, because I am a very inclusive person. Have a lot of unlearning to do. I'll hold my hands up. Hey Simon, we're talking about young Pharaoh. We're talking about what has happened to young Pharaoh, and why I want to come on live is because yesterday I made a live about fame. So if you haven't checked that out, go check out my live from yesterday. Hi Demi. Because a lot of people, you looking at chat? Yep, I'm looking at chat. So you can talk. I want this to be an interactive conversation. Obviously, let's keep it respectful. No trolls, no negativity. We're literally talking about what happens when you influence people positively. What happens when you touch your hair? If I shall subscribe. Why do you want me to touch my hair? This is going off topic. Although this is very much in line with the live I did yesterday. How yesterday, to sum it up, I was saying if you want to be famous, thank you, Jason. If you want to be famous, you have to be prepared to deal with trolls. You have to be prepared to deal with weird people. And in the case of young Pharaoh, you have to be potentially prepared for the spiritual attack, which is what I think has happened to young Pharaoh. This is not the young Pharaoh we saw years ago. This is a completely different type of person. No, I'm not gonna touch my hair because I think that's a bit weird. Because as well, like, you know, let me just do a disclaimer. I'm very racially conscious. Thank you, Adana. So I do my lashes in London and I do it with somebody called MU Lashes. MU Lashes. Can you get some help? Get some help with what? Young Pharaoh definitely needs some help. That's what the topic of this live is. Can I tell you how to get famous? I got good 2 ways. Well, I think you're in the wrong chat, Roblox, because we're talking and have been talking since yesterday about the pitfalls of fame. How a lot of us want to be famous, but it's a delusion, an illusion, I should say. A lot of us are just being conditioned to want fame. We just want to be seen. We want to be loved. We want to be validated. And I said, if you haven't checked out the live from yesterday, go check it out. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jerry. But let me just keep it real with you. And this is why again I said yesterday, when we see things that we want in other people, we also have those qualities, those traits, they're just hidden. We just haven't tapped into them yet. Should I subscribe? Yes or no? Please reply. It's free choice. I'm not about forcing people. I'm not about forcing people to join my channel or subscribe. If the message resonates with you, you can subscribe. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, I'm very interested in having these deep conversations. Exactly. You should, but it's up to you, Simon. Exactly, Jerry. Like, you can't force people to subscribe. If you want to subscribe, cool. If this is resonating, but what I will say is only join and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in having deep conversations. If you're interested in looking beyond the veil of what is deemed as valid knowledge, because some people would claim what I'm talking about, how there's something that's gone very wrong with young Pharaoh. Some people say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist, oh, you're weird, you're crazy. And those of us who are very highly conscious, we can see things that not the average person can see. We know something is up. We know something is up. And if you're like me, if you watched Young Pharaoh years and years ago, where this guy was talking about chemtrails, this guy was having debates with Jewish rabbis because he was highlighting how black people are the original Hebrews. And these are conversations that even now are seen as taboo, are seen as controversial. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think I'm crazy either. Jerry says I'm weird and crazy, but oh well, I'm enjoying myself and that's all that matters. 100%. Like, it's very important in this world to do what feels right for you, because this world is a mess. And have you heard that saying, Jerry, of don't follow the crowd because the crowd is lost? Don't follow the crowd because the crowd is lost. Everybody is lost. And this is kind of what I was touching on yesterday's live. Everybody is following things, and do you know what's even crazy? What's worse, they don't know that they're following things. They don't know that they're being influenced. They don't know that their consciousness can potentially be hijacked. They don't even understand that a lot of our thoughts and feelings, they're not even ours. They've been programmed into us. They've been conditioned into us. Yeah, facts. And we can take it to, if you follow everyone else, then we'll all be the same, and that's so boring. Exactly. You need to be unique. There's something very powerful about being unique in this world. But everybody wants to be the same. And I was saying how yesterday, when I was talking about why do some people want to be famous, social media will really sell you this idea that if you're a normal person, and I think when I say a normal person, you're not famous, you're just living a regular life, that makes you a loser. Everybody wants clout. Everybody wants hundreds of thousands of people or followers. And I was saying how, you only need to touch one person to be impactful. You only need to touch one person to be impactful. But going back to young Pharaoh, it's really sad what has happened. A lot of people are saying he's been possessed. A lot of people are talking about MK Ultra. I would say all of us, though, have been conditioned by MK Ultra in many ways through the school system. All of us have been taught to be workers. None of us have been taught to be free thinkers. All of us have been taught to look at life in a particular way, a way that is disconnected from ancestral knowledge, pre-colonial knowledge. Could just be you here, Simon. Actually, there's 3 more people. Like, everybody has gone through MK Ultra. What does Joe say? Yeah, people online make others who have a normal life, enough money, a good place, a good life, make them feel bad about it. Exactly. Hey, William. Exactly. And you know what? This is why, going back to the topic of young Pharaoh, this is why it's sad, because I think people like young Pharaoh were really teaching us to question life, to question, okay, this is what you've been taught at school by your parents, by the government. But is that 100% true? Is there an agenda? And it's sad to see that now he's actually pushing drinking, taking drugs. I was on his channel just now before I started live. This guy's talking about for his birthday he wants to do coke. He wants to go to a strip club. This guy is doing crazy things that the old Pharaoh would never do, and it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing that like what a lot of people are saying, something has changed, something's happened to him, which goes back to kind of what I was saying yesterday about, do we truly want fame? Is fame good? I don't think fame is good. I think fame can be very dangerous if you're not ready for it. And I love how you're so confident and pretty, and I'm also a girl, and on my granddad's account. Oh, hi, Simon. So I guess your name is not Simon. I'll be honest, Simon, when I was younger, was not this confident because I used to be bullied as a teenager, and it's taken me a long time to build up this confidence. And actually, I help women to tap into their confidence, to start to change the narratives that give them the limiting beliefs. Anybody can come on and get on camera and talk. You have to be okay, though, with being rejected. Not everybody likes me. Hi, Ivy. What a lovely name. Jerry says, especially younger people feel like, oh, I don't have a mansion. Yep. Or I don't go on a shopping spree every day when you don't need that. Also, saying I'm a girl, my name is Maya. Am I saying your name right? Maya. That's a lovely name. It's nice. We have females here. And I personally like that, because men can be weird, respectfully. Okay, so if we've got a lot of females here, Maya. Okay, beautiful name. Hi, Maya. Hi, Ivy. Maya. Where are you from, Maya? You know, I used to be very insecure when I was younger. I'm actually 34. I look very young for my age. England, nice. I'm based in London. I used to be very insecure. I was scared of people rejecting me. Sorry, William. Not okay. Let me keep it. Let me not generalize. Some men can be weird, but some females can be weird as well. It's just, there's been times when just in life, like, I've got a lot of more weirdness from men. But I'm sorry, William, if that made you feel a type of way. Nice. You're from London as well. London's a big place. But yeah, a lot of us can feel like we don't belong into the world. a lot of us can feel like we're too weird. Like me coming on live to share my views that I think young Pharaoh has been possessed, and I think young Pharaoh, something spiritually is off. A lot of people would think that's weird. Not many people would come on live to say that because they'd be scared of what others would think. But I've got to a point where in order to find your community, in order to find your people, you just gotta be real. And also you have to be okay with rejection. And that's easier said than done. That's easier said than done. It's something that has been taking years of unlearning, years of me redefining who do I want to be, having that self-worth in myself. And yeah, like, just every day is different, but it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. And now I actually have my own business where I help women to step into empowerment. I have my own business called Die for Art by Naomi. I don't know if I ever introduced myself. My name is Naomi. And yeah, I created my business in 2024 to, it was originally to change the creative industry, because I've always been somebody who, I've seen that the creative industry is very fucked. Let's be real. There's a lot of the spirituality in the creative industry. There's a lot of occult knowledge. There's a lot of things that people are doing that the public don't know about, that I've always been aware of. Because I do have spiritual gifts, but also I have friends in the industry. I've heard things, I've seen things with my own eyes. So I think the creative industry is something that can positively impact people as well, you know. Let's say what Joe said, I'm lucky I can do things a lot of people can't. At least I'm going swimming with my friends, and some people can afford it or just say, yeah, and can't. Others are so rich and can go to the biggest one. I'm actually going swimming as well. Swimming is very therapeutic. I don't know if you know this, but you know, water has a lot of healing properties. That swimming is very, very, very good for you. So I'm actually planning, once I finish this live, I'm gonna go with my dad and go swimming. It was his birthday last week, and we're gonna go swimming and just chill. It's who to choose to, like, for friends and dating and stuff like that, because you do not know them. And it's 2026, who knows what people are like. We are all different, and that's fine. Exactly. You know what, I really like what you said, we're all different and that's fine, because when I say things as well, I'm not judging other people. I'm not judging people for their state of consciousness, you know? Like, everybody is operating at a certain frequency, you can say. Like, they have their beliefs. And it's not for me to change how they look at the world. But by being true to myself, I can send that message to people that you can be yourself. You don't have to be like everybody else. But what matters is how you use your money, yep, and your luck and fame, 100%. Many people that are famous, it gets to their head and they use it wrong, 100%. Well, this is what I feel. I feel like you get to a certain place, and maybe you're forced to do things. You're forced to do things that are actually very harmful. And that's what I think potentially has happened to young Pharaoh. I think he got to a place where he was impacting so many people positively. And yeah, some people say that when you get to the top, you get a call. You get a call, let's just say that. You get a call, whether you want to call it selling your soul, but you get a call. And some people, the money and the fame gets to their head, exactly what you said. Some people, they don't want to sell out, but then they find that their career stalls. That's what I personally believe. I got to go now. Bye, and I'll subscribe. Of course, bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. It was so nice to connect with you and sending you love and blessings. For real, for real. Make sure you stay on a high frequency. And what we're talking about, so Wilf, I don't know if you've ever heard of a YouTuber called Young Pharaoh. Bye, Jerry. I don't know if you ever heard of a... Bye. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day. That's me doing like half a love heart. Talking about a YouTuber called Young Pharaoh who was very popular, I would say about 15 years ago. And this guy was, I would say, like the first spiritual content creator. Bearing in mind, this is when content creation wasn't a thing. This guy would come on YouTube and really, really shed light on the power structures in the world. The power structures in the world. And he's now completely changed. Like, he's become a completely different person, and a lot of people are saying he's been possessed. He's become he's something very spiritually bad has happened to him. He sold his soul, so to speak. And that's what we're talking about. And why I wanted to have this conversation is because yesterday I was talking about fame, and it reminded me of, okay, cool, you get to a certain level, you get to a certain point of fame, and you get the cool, so to speak. Is he a demon? Well, that's what a lot of people are saying. You should go after this live, go YouTube him. YRUNGPHAROAH, and try and find videos from him 5 years ago, and then try and find videos of him now. Like, now he's doing things like saying he wants to go to a strip club, he wants to try coke, he's getting his nails done. It's very different. How long ago? So he was, when I first heard about him, this was like 10 years ago. He's come back on YouTube. So these recent YouTube videos I'm talking about, where he's changed, like he's posting every day. He came back in June. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I've been on live for 22 minutes, and this is the third time I've been live, and I don't stay on live for a long time. I just share what I know until now. Sorry, I don't understand. Can you explain a little bit more what you mean? How long ago? So he was making videos about 10-15 years ago. Very, very awakening videos, very, very profound videos. And his YouTube got blocked. Like, they took his YouTube down. And now he's come back. He came back a couple months ago, and it's completely changed. It's like, for example, let me give you this example, William. It's like Barack Obama is like him, first black president, cool, like all about equality. It's like him coming back in 2 years' time saying he doesn't believe in equality. He believes that some groups are below others. It's like, it's a complete role reversal. It's a complete U-turn. That's why people are like, something is going off with this guy. And I just wanted to talk about it because yesterday, go watch my live as well. Yesterday, I was talking about fame, how a lot of people want to be famous. Yeah, go search him up. Search him up and come back and comment and see if you agree. Hi again. I'm actually probably gonna go soon, but it's nice to see you again, because I just wanted to share my opinion. And luckily, every time I've gone on live, I've had cool people like you. So I've just been like talking my shit, say what I want to say, but also just like interacting with you guys. So it's been nice. And I feel like maybe I want to do a live every single day, just because why not? You're on TV. I'm guessing you're on YouTube on your TV, right? I also watch YouTube on my TV. I'm on my phone right now, but most of the time I watch YouTube on my TV. So yeah, you can just search for Young Pharaoh. I'm on the TV to search him up, yeah. Because a lot of the information that he was sharing, it could cause you to really change your perspective on life, Back in the day, what he was sharing now, he's just sharing bullshit, I'll be honest. I did see one video where he was talking about clouds and how clouds you know, when we look at clouds in the sky, a lot of people are saying that the weather is engineered. Like, they can create clouds. And it sounds very kind of sci-fi, but it goes into technology. And look at look at the technology that we have in the world. Look at AI. Look how powerful it is. Are we really going to say that the government doesn't have access to even more powerful technology that we have no idea about? Yes, I see him with yeah, and I started this life off, William, saying like I don't want to come across as homophobic or transphobic, but that behavior is very different to the Pharaoh from old. The Pharaoh from back in the day would probably come on and say, "Yeah, I'm doing my nails," but educate us about how a lot of gods and goddesses from ancient Egypt and ancient civilizations were androgynous. Yeah, my friend had really strong views. She didn't care about what anyone else thought, but she got on the internet, got into a popular group, and now she's self-conscious. Do you think it's good? She wears makeup and has the popular things. Why is he acting weird? So he's acting weird. You would only know he's acting weird if you knew him from before. Like, you watched him from before. It's like a complete different character. And I'm not saying people can't evolve. Like I was saying to a couple of the girls who were in this chat, because someone was saying, I'm so confident. There was a time where I was so shy. I wasn't confident. Do you think I'd come on live and start talking? No. So it's not to say that people can't evolve and people can't change. But you see what you just said about your friend, she's lost herself. That's what a lot of people are saying about Pharaoh. Hey, Cam Brooks, nice for you to join. That people lose themselves. And why do they lose themselves? Because of fame. Because once you get to a certain level, things happen. Once you get a lot of eyes on you, things happen. Some of his videos were taken down because they were waking people up. They were making people question the government, making people question society, making people question life. And that's very dangerous. If you look into something called social contracts, it's a field that is taught in economics and how power actually works. Power works. Why there are people in power? It works because of social contracts. We all agree to do things. Like, we all agree that money is real, even though money is literally paper that the treasury and the mint prints a value on. I'm in the UK, so it's the treasury that makes money here. In America, it's the mint. It's just a piece of paper that they put 5, 10, 20. And we all say, yeah, this money holds value. That's an example of a social contract. That's an example of what and how power works. Yeah. I'm not like, you can't change, it's the way. Yes. You get it. It's the way some people change. It's bad. Like, it's sad. She's not the like me and you, exactly what you're saying, 100%. This is why I made this video. This young Pharaoh, he's changed, and it's the way he's changed, and it is sad to watch. He posted, yeah, and you see what, William, he posted yesterday eating that Chipotle. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. People are saying the old Pharaoh would never promote like a brand, because he would say this is part of the problem that he's fighting. I want to see his oldest video. Maybe on TikTok they've got some that they reposted it or something. Because yeah, like his old videos from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, very different to now, where this guy is actually getting his nails done, promoting problematic stuff. Like, this guy used to be in the gym. This guy never drank alcohol. Now he's making videos in his bed drinking wine. Is like, it's just completely different. Hey, Charlie. He looks normal. Obviously everything is subjective, but I don't think the Pharaoh we're seeing is the same Pharaoh we saw before. I think his eyes look different. Some people are saying his face is very sunken. He's got an eye tattoo, and The whole reason why he came up with the name Young Pharaoh is because he was saying we're all gods. Tattooing your face, and again, like, I'm not against tattoos, but in certain religions, in certain traditions, like, your face is one of the most, like, important things, and you don't necessarily tattoo your face in the way he has. I'm just gonna put it that way. Yeah, yeah. Playing video games, yeah. And again, guys, like, I don't want you to think that I'm just kind of judging people who play video games. I'm judging people who, change. I'm talking specifically about young Pharaoh, and him playing video games. Was a guy who was always reading, who would spend his time saying, I'm reading a book. Like, I'll show you a book I'm reading. And this also explains a lot about kind of why I'm making this video. I'm reading a book currently about witchcraft, and how witchcraft, how can I put it? So maybe when I said the word witchcraft, that brought up feelings of fear. That brought up certain things. Oh, witches are evil, witches are demonic. This is what this book is talking about, how witchcraft was created, in the sense of witches were just powerful women who were very different, very unique, and they were a threat to society. They were a threat to power. This book's talking about how a lot of the witches that were burnt at the stake were poor women. They were old women. They were young women. Like, how a lot of men were practicing witchcraft, but they were never burnt at the stake. It's a really interesting book. Yeah, a good change is being an addict and unhealthy to quitting, becoming healthy, but being super healthy and being in the gym, being happy to get into tattoo drinking. They're losing. This is what, yeah. This is why what people are saying. That's crazy. Okay, that's not normal. This is what I'm trying to say. It's like, okay, so we're all meeting for the first time, right? So if you go on my channel, like, I love talking about knowledge. I love talking about spirituality. I love talking about positive things. It's like you meeting me now and saying, cool, this is what Naomi talks about. And then next year, I'm talking about something completely different. I'm telling you guys, let's all go take drugs right now. Guys, like, let's all go and, like, do something bad. It's like, what's happened? Who is he mining his top lip? this is what people are saying, William. It's like, who's this guy? Thank you for joining. Like, who's this guy? And I just wanted to come on live and talk about it because, no, don't worry, William. I feel like I understand what you're saying. Why is he moving like that? He's moving very strangely. Let's keep it real. And again, like, I don't want this to fall into homophobic and transphobic and, like gender binary to, like, definitions. Oh, men can't do this, men can't get their nails done, men can't do certain things. I'm talking specifically about young Pharaoh. Yeah, why is he? Yeah. And someone said, he keeps putting his tongue out. It's just, if you were to look at old videos, it's like, this is not like doing a triangle with it. Oh, I haven't even seen that. But triangles are very powerful symbols. Like, a lot of occult traditions use triangles because 3 is a very powerful number. There's a reason why in Christianity, for example, they say God the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity, 3. In Freemasonry, 33 is like the highest degree, the highest level you can get in Freemasonry. Like, 3 is a very, very powerful number. I don't know if you guys are into numerology. Illuminati. You know what? I kind of feel the same. I kind of feel the same. Because this is the thing, right, guys? Like, people like me and you, we can only question from the outside. However, information is becoming so much more accessible. For example, so I'm in London, right? And do you know there's a Freemason museum in London, and I actually went to the Freemason Museum and did research in their library, and I do have a video coming out. So if you guys are interested in that, subscribe, where I'm just literally just showing that Freemasonry is real. Because a lot of people, when we say words like Illuminati, Freemasonry, they're like conspiracy theory. No, there are secret societies in this world. And think about it, a secret society has to be secret. We don't know everything that's going on. So yeah, when you're saying Illuminati, you're not crazy for thinking that. That's a very valid thing to think, especially when we look at what other celebrities have said or the changes other celebrities have gone through. He is just on the floor making a video. That's why weird, I'm thinking, and in public. That could also be true as well, you know. But I just think, and I think as well, and again, this is a very delicate conversation. So I'm black, right? And that's not to say black people are a monolith, aka every black person thinks the same, right? But I know black men, there's a lot of hyper masculinity in the black community, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I'm just saying this, and I'm not saying this is for every black man, but there's a lot of black men, especially black men who are born in inner city areas where you just don't do things like go and get your nails done. You don't do things like wind up in a bed. So when you do that, questions are naturally going to be raised, you know, like what's happened? Why are you suddenly moving different? And spiritually as well, I could really get into it. He was streaming today 4 hours ago. I think he's mentally ill. Not, I think as well, this is also what other people are saying. That when you open yourself up to so much information, it will affect you. But I think as well, you gotta be careful though with saying words that he's mentally ill, because there was a time where I was very mentally ill. Like, you know how I keep saying we can all change, we can all evolve. I had psychosis twice. I've been in hospital twice. And a lot of the time when you come out with ideas that are very new and not many people are saying them, people say, oh, you're crazy. That's also a slur, you can say. I'm thinking about, you know, Kanye West when he was coming out with things, and I don't agree with everything Kanye West said, especially his anti-Semitic things, but a lot of things he was saying was true. But people were saying, no, don't listen to him, he's crazy. Saying somebody is crazy is the quickest way to dismiss someone and to try to invalidate what they're saying. And when people are very quick to invalidate others, you always have to ask yourself why. Why don't you want us listening to him? Who do you want us to listen to? What, you? The government? Even though it's been proven how many lies you share. Nice, and message retracted. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share. I don't know if for those who have been here with me since the beginning, I was saying I'm going to go swimming. So I was waiting for my dad to wake up, and my dad is awake. So I'm going to get ready to go swimming. But can I just say, for everybody who's watching and commented, thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping the comments respectful. I really enjoy talking with you. Let's all stay in contact. Subscribe to my channel. I do think I'm going to go live maybe tomorrow. I don't want to promise, but people like you have made going on live a lot easier. You know, like, I've enjoyed talking with you guys. Oh, okay, I have to go. Someone's at my door. But thank you guys so much. And yeah, stay blessed.